This is live. I don't know if these headphones work. If this doesn't work, it's gonna be pretty sloppy. So, here we go. What's up? I have nothing planned to talk about at all. I don't even know how much time I have. I got some time, so I thought I would just start this up and see if anyone wants to join me. I put the link in there. If anyone wants to hop on, I'm just making a rosary for someone, so I thought I would chat while I do that, the usual. So if anyone wants to hop on, there's Jacob. What's up?
Hey,
How's it going?
good. How are you?
Good. It's been a long time. It feels like a long time.
It has been a very long time. You abandoned me for India and travel all over the world.
I know. Well, I can't help it, I guess. I know. Then I got back from India and I've been I was up at in the woods working on my uncle's cabin for a while. And then came, what?
What kind of work?
He's building a cabin, so I did the insulation, and then I was trying to do the siding on the outside, but I didn't get finished. I'm gonna go back up tomorrow.
Dude, if you can do all of that, why are you not working and doing stuff like that?
I would love to do stuff like that. It is so much more fun than doing title searches, that's for sure. I love it.
Do you know how much you would get paid if you came to Los Angeles and did work like that?
Really? I mean, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I'll tell myself it's just a cabin, and then I'm like, it's just a cabin, so, that's kind of a
Nobody
running
knows what
joke.
they're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
But like handyman, like people who actually know how to swing tools, like they get paid good money around here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I really enjoy it. I don't always feel like I don't feel like I know what I'm doing. I can usually figure it out, I think. Well, the simple stuff I can. I mean, I can't do like plumbing or anything like that. I would actually love to learn how to do plumbing. I've always enjoyed it. I did the plumbing on my old house when I had my house, but I can't like be hired as a plumber. I'm not.
So you can be hired as a handyman.
Oh yeah. Yep, that would be nice. That's a dream, right?
Handyman make good money.
I would seriously like that. I would rather like I wouldn't even mind mowing lawns, to be honest. I enjoy mowing the lawn.
You know why? You
Why?
see the results. You see that you're actually doing something.
Yeah. And I like being tired.
That feels good.
Yeah. Yeah, it does, for sure. I don't I'm sitting there doing like stuff on the computer all day. It just kind of wears you out mentally, and then you don't see a result at the end necessarily. Or not like you do when you're working on stuff. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. So I've been doing that, and it's just been really like I've had time. It's just I haven't had like dedicated time. So I like even right now, I don't know if I might have to go in like 30 minutes or so. But I just thought since I'm doing this, I thought this would be fun to get to see who pops on here and catch up. I'm glad you were free.
I'm eating a yam.
Yeah, a yam. So what's new with you besides the yam?
Same old, same old.
Yeah.
When are you moving to Los Angeles? That would be awesome.
Yeah, I guess I could now. I do have to fix my RV. Is that the top part on the loft where it comes over? It's coming out of the bottom.
F
So
that. You can come and stay at my place.
okay, all right. I'll just come camp there for how long? Forever? Indefinitely?
You have a standing invitation.
All right, dude. I would love to do that. I really would love to come visit you.
You'll get tired of me, but you have a standing invitation.
I'll get tired of you. Yeah, I watched your stream earlier today where you were talking about all the confessions of the church or whatever. The one where you're commenting on
Heidelberg
Paul.
Catechism.
Yeah.
Exposure.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. You were definitely like seemed a little fired up in that. Well, maybe not fired up. That's probably not the right word, but it was a good stream. I appreciate it. I've been really liking
Jacob's greatest hits.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. But it was good. I was glad. I like what David's been doing too. I really like that last one with him and Yosef. That was good. Where they're going through Ruth.
Yosef just knows everything about everything.
Yeah.
Like always.
Yeah.
Like that guy, he's just amazing.
He really is. Yeah. Cal watched some of it and he was like, Yosef is scary smart. He's just he knows so much. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I keep on talking about this, but one time somebody was mentioning something about the Zohar on my Discord, and like I don't actually know the Zohar, so I'm like, I'm sorry, what you're saying doesn't sound right. I don't know. And Yosef comes up, I say off the top rope, just like he's like, that's not what this commentary on the Zohar says. And like, just he's pulling commentaries on the Zohar out on people. And he's like, damn.
Yeah, he's crazy, man. He knows so much stuff. I was talking to him earlier today. I was actually asking him something about Samuel. It's First Samuel. Because the sword of Goliath, it's just always stood out to me when David gets that sword after he's fleeing from Saul and he goes back and gets the sword. It's like wrapped up behind the ephod, and then it says David makes the comment like there's none like it. And that just, I don't know why, that always just stood out to me. It's like there's not another sword like this. Like it's one of a kind or something. So I don't know. Feels mysterious to me. And I didn't know if there was a connection with that sword being going back to like something with maybe even with Genesis, the fiery sword that guards the way to the tree of life. But Yosef said he thought I was probably doing too many leaps there.
So this reminds me, a Joe Rogan episode dropped today where there's this actor who's been saying like really crazy stuff about physics.
Oh yeah. What's his name? I've listened to that whole episode.
Not the one from today.
No, I didn't listen to the one today, but the actor, Mitch was talking to me about it.
Yeah, everybody was talking about it, and he's saying like all these crazy stuff, right?
Yeah.
And, so Eric went on there, and like he's trying to correct it, and like, and at one point here, this is, I think, the best clip here. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, let's play it. Yeah, he was talking about like sacred geometry and all that stuff, and like having these patents on energy sources. I can't remember the actor's name.
I mean, just having a patent doesn't mean much.
No, that's true.
You can patent anything you like. Nobody cares.
You are in part freely associated repeatedly between things that remind you of other things. Now you have an incredible storehouse of things between your ears that you know to associate with. And your brain is like, I mean, in part, it's like, if you think about the totality of your brain, it's like a Ferrari engine and a Volkswagen.
So that, like, it's a Ferrari engine in a Volkswagen. So like, that's the nicest diss in the world. It's like, yeah, dude, like, I see you have a Ferrari engine, but like,
yeah,
you're driving a Volkswagen, so just please stop, right?
Yeah. Calm down.
Volkswagen chassis is not capable of supporting something else that you're doing really well. And so what you're constantly doing, as far as I can tell,
So the chassis being education, formal education.
It's not just that. I mean, it's in part people who see many connections are often bad at cleaning up their own stuff. And people who don't see connection
That's Grim Grizz.
are often very rigorous and they don't do shit for their entire life.
So
very rigorous and they don't do shit for their entire life. Sandy, hop on here, Sandy. So what was your comment about that?
Well, like, you have to make connections, but sometimes you overmake connections, and you have to be careful about overmaking connections.
Yeah. That's probably what I was doing. I haven't been able. Well, I take that back. I've been able to. I just haven't been in the scriptures as much, and so I think like reading them today, just my mind was hopping all over the place.
Which verse is it?
Let me see. I was just thinking, so my mind was like, oh, Goliath is a giant that has a connection in Genesis with like the angelic beings. Then there's like the connection of the cherub who holds this flaming sword. Goliath's armor is bronze. Like my mind was hopping all over. Let me find it. The sword of Goliath. And it's 1 Samuel chapter 21, verse 9. Is when verse 9.
אם יש פה תחת ידך חניץ או חרב, כי גם חרבי וגם כלי לא לקחתי ידי, כי היה דבר נחוץ. Where does it say?
The sword of Goliath, the Philistine whom thou didst slay in Elah. There, that verse. There's none like that. Give it to me. Yeah.
In kamohu ha. Let's see what the commentaries say. Ooh, let's see what the Midrash says. Midrash. Saying anything about a sword in Midrash. Let's see what the commentaries say. This one says there was none like it because a miracle had been done with it.
What?
Next up.
Yeah, I don't think it says the sword was made of bronze. My mind was like, making that connection with bronze and the fiery serpent, the bronze serpent that Moses makes on a pole. So like all those weird symbolism connections, I guess, that we're probably doing too many leaps, in Sandy, I'll add her. Hi, Sandy.
Are you making Jacob do Bible study on his just chatting?
Heck yeah. We're doing it. I'm trying to figure out this rosary while we're doing it. Yeah, I was in Samuel today. I've been reading kind of all over. I mean, I'm still been reading Ecclesiastes once a week, but I haven't been getting to like my extra reading very much. So I've been in Samuel lately. But you guys have been in Ruth. That's been good. I've been listening to those.
Yeah, I missed last Thursday because I had an emergency, well, not exactly an emergency thing at Jacob's group home, but I had something I had to track. So. But Ruth is one of my favorite books now.
Yeah, it's really good. I liked that last one was pretty good with David and Yosef hopping in there. Yosef's always great. They're making a lot more connections with like you all have been making more connections with like the Sodom and Gomorrah story than I would have ever put together before, which is super
That's
interesting.
David, I think.
Yeah, it's. I'm like, I don't know how he does that. That guy, I mean, he's pretty scary smart too. He knows a bunch of stuff. And he'll drop. I notice It's hard when I'm talking to him in live time. I'll miss things, and when I'm listening back, he'll drop these like little one-liners that are really deep or just like poetic or something, and like they just when I'm in the conversation with him, they just totally go over my head. And then I listen back later and I'm like, I didn't even catch him saying that. He speaks in a different way. It's really fascinating.
Yeah, he does. But I've distracted you from for Samuel. So.
I wasn't really finding much. I mean, apparently Steinsaltz says because it was so big that it was David's sword, which was so big. I mean, Goliath's sword. It was a sword that was big enough for Goliath, but one that David could use, and David found special significance in that.
Did he use it the rest of the time? I mean, I guess we couldn't really know that, but I don't remember there being another scripture saying like David wasn't using the sword after that. Like it seems to kind of just leave it there, like that just might have been his sword from there on out or something.
So, like, you're asking me questions about Nah, and I'm not a girl.
It's Gotcha.
That is a joke.
I know.
Excuse.
You're just trying to make fun of me.
No, I'm trying to make fun of me. And the fact I know nothing about Nah.
Trying to say I'm so effeminate by reading Knock so much. I don't know. So where have you been at in the scriptures? I mean, you're in it every day, right? You have to be. Sort of.
You're talking to Sandy, right?
Don't you have like a daily reading or something? Isn't there like
when I am a good boy, I recite my Psalms, which is rarely. Yeah.
What are your Psalms? Like what?
I just go through the book of Psalms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How many are you supposed to do a day?
I mean, so some people.
Why are you laughing?
Just remembering conversations about Psalms. It's okay.
So there's a schedule that's one according to the days of the month, and there's a schedule according to the days of the week. So I mean, I try to do the according to the month thing, but I'm bad.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. I forgive you. Do you have a favorite Psalm?
I have many favorite Psalms.
I remember you bring up one that you had a personal experience about your dad. I remember you bringing up that one.
Yeah, so that's a song of ascents. I lift my eyes to the mountains. Yeah.
I like what is it? I like the one that's really sad. The river by the rivers of Babylon. We sat down and we wept. We hung our harps on the willows.
Naharot Babel. Yes,
I love that one.
Although I mean that one at the end of it gets kind of harsh.
Yeah, it's intense for sure. Probably brings up a lot of controversy.
Yeah, there's plenty of people who like, ooh,
get mad at it.
Yeah. To be
I
honest,
like it. I honestly appreciate those kinds of verses. I don't know why, but I don't know that I fully understand it. I mean, I can definitely understand it symbolically, but I think it has a practical meaning as well, and it's just very, very intense. I mean, if you think about it actually being literal or whatever word you want to use there, physical. Um, but I like that it's there. Like even in Psalm 139, like towards the end, it says, "Do I not hate your enemies, O Lord? I hate them with perfect hatred." And I'm just I love that that's there. There's just, yeah.
Psalm 94. I had to look up the number because I don't know the numbers.
I never-
It is one of my favorites, and it's an imprecatory psalm. God
Wanna
of
read it?
vengeance, show thyself.
Well, let's read it. Psalm 94. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read this. Let's see. It's not that long. All right. O Lord God, to whom vengeance belongs, O God, to whom vengeance belongs, shine forth. Rise up, O Judge of the earth, render punishment to the proud. Lord, how long will the wicked triumph? They utter speech and speak insolent things. All the workers of iniquity boast in themselves. They break in pieces your people, O Lord, and afflict your heritage. They slay the widow and the stranger, and murder the fatherless. Yet they say, "The Lord does not see, nor does the God of Jacob understand." Understand, you senseless among the people, and you fools, when will you be wise? He who planted the ear, shall he not hear? He who formed the eye, shall he not see? He who instructs the nations, shall he not correct? He who teaches man knowledge? The Lord knows the thoughts of man, that they are futile. Blessed is the man whom you instruct, O Lord, and teach out of your law, that you may give him rest from the days of adversity, until the pit is dug for the wicked. For the Lord will not cast off his people, nor will he forsake his inheritance. But judgment will return to righteousness, and all the upright in heart will follow it. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Unless the Lord had been my help, my soul would have soon settled in silence. If I say my foot slips, your mercy, O Lord, will hold me up. In the multitude of my anxieties within me, your comforts delight in my soul. Shall the throne of iniquity, which devises evil by law, have fellowship with you? They gather together against the life of the righteous and condemn innocent blood. But the Lord has been my defense, and my God the rock of my refuge. He has brought on them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. The Lord our God shall cut them off. It's good.
That's a
like it.
psalm that hurts. Even to hear it, that's a psalm that hurts.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I just like it.
It's good. I like the part, unless the Lord had been my help, my soul would have soon settled in silence. Is that how the Hebrew reads? Probably similar to that, or is that pretty off base? It's probably off base.
I didn't recognize it, but we can look at the Hebrew psalm.
Oh, well, we don't have to. I was just curious. I didn't know if it sounded, because I'm reading New King James. I didn't know if it sounded silly the whole time I'm reading it.
Well, I mean, which verse was it?
It was verse 17.
17. Lule Hashem ezrata li kimat shachna duma nafshi. They translated, unless the Lord had been my help, my soul had soon dwelt in silence.
Yeah. That's basically what mine says. It's a good psalm. It's a good one. I like Psalm 39. It's either Psalm 39 or that other one. I think it's 136 or 137. Those are probably my two favorites. Psalm 39 is basically just kind of like reading Ecclesiastes again. It's a shorter version. 39. Do you have a favorite one, Sandy?
No, I'm going to say no, not at the moment. I liked the first one you read. Why I said it hurt is because it gets into that place sort of behind my heart where I listen to you reading that and I think of all the ways that psalm could apply to places in life. And I can't hear God's voice speaking of his judgment, his right to judge, that, that all of it brings to mind the fact that I can't wish for the bad outcome, even though I expect that this is God's right to bring people to justice.
Why can't you wish for the bad outcome?
Why isn't there another verse like not to wish that upon your? Is it in Proverbs or something?
I mean,
That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like
yeah. There's a reason why the imprecatory psalms are there, right? And like, if your Bible cuts out some of the psalms because of some other verse in the Bible, you're just not reading your entire Bible.
I wouldn't want it in any way to cut out any of what it said. It just reminds me of it reminds me of some of the stuff listening to, with all the CRC stuff. It reminds me of sitting with the lawyer when I realized I owed debts on a business I didn't want to have my name on. It reminds me of the fact that it would be so easy to let resentment rise up in me. And that's just too easy, and I don't want it. So I find myself saying I want God to bring justice, whether it's against me or others.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to wish for it in the sense that I want to somehow call it down on others. I just want to leave it with God that he'll do what is right.
But that sounds to me like you're holding on to your resentment as opposed to just giving it over to God. Right? Because look, if it's, hey, this seems wrong to me, God, I want you to right the wrongs, and I am going to trust you to have that. Or I can sit here and pretend like I don't feel like I've been wronged, and
Not that.
and it's like, if you feel you've been wronged, then you feel you've been wronged, and maybe you're wrong about feeling wronged, like you weren't actually wronged, which, I mean, then I would want to know that I wasn't actually wronged, that I'm wrong about feeling wronged. But like, that doesn't sound like giving up the resentment to me. It sounds like stewing in resentment and being like, I'm just gonna pretend it's not there.
I think I have to go, guys.
How dare you?
Rebecca's here. I'm sorry. So she might not want to be on the stream.
She
Okay.
doesn't want to be on
Sorry.
the stream.
I don't know.
Yeah, I should go too. Let's end this.
Okay. Well, yeah, hopefully we'll do this again soon. Love you guys.
Later.
Miss you.